What's up YouTube, it's your boy Dashing and this is week 1 of the TPL Draft League. I am one of the coaches of Alliance and this week we take on Alan and the fuck ton of goons. So our season 1 winner, the goon squad, actually joined this season. However, what they did was it appears the original members split into 3 different teams that's all associated with like the goon squad, which is like their Facebook group. So we're battling one of the iterations of that group in Fuck Ton of Goons. Anyway, Alan's team consists of Rillaboom, Scissor, Max Blastoise, Ribombi, Tortonator, Nihilego, Piloswine, Silvally Psychic, Mega Manectric, and Dragonite. So his team has a lot of threats in Rillaboom, Dragonite, Nihilego, Mega Manectric, but the one that stands out is Max Blastoise. Like, getting access to the most busted mechanic in the game in Smash Max is almost an auto win for most games. It's gonna be tough beating it, but I have done so before. So let's see if I can make it happen again. I'm not really sure what he's gonna bring, but definitely Blastoise is coming, Scissor is coming, Nihilego is coming, and Dragonite is coming. Now, I think he might bring possibly Ribombi and Mega Manectric because it really does do well against this team. In the first versions of building this, I did have just Seismitoad in the team, but I thought maybe I should bring Quag as well because I needed more checks to Mega Manectric. So Mega Manectric isn't really good in this matchup now that I'm bringing 2 ground types, but he did decide to not bring it, as you can see. So normally I would have expected Ribombi to come because webs, right? Why not? It's such a good choice. But he decides not to bring it, so I'm already scared. I'm gonna be hit with stuff I haven't seen before. If anything, the surprising part was Rillaboom, because we have 4 mons that resist grass here, so it's just gonna be really good against our Quag and Toad. So without further ado, let's get on with the battle. Now, looking at team preview, I thought about it and I thought the best lead for me is 100% Torrentee. So I bring out Torrentee as he goes Nihilego. I probably should just switch the sides here. There. So he goes Nihilego, so we go Torrentee. At this point, I wanted to make sure he doesn't get Meteor Beam, which is probably the most common Nihilego set. So I decided to go for a knockoff here, and that would cause the Meteor Beam to take 2 turns. But he actually reveals to be Scarf. Very interesting, and we get the knockoff, revealing the Choice Scarf. Now, when I tried calcing this, it appears that he was timid Scarf. If he was modest, he had a good chance of OHKOing me. But he probably thought it would OHKO because it does OHKO Torrentee without any HP investment, but we do have some HP investment. So we're able to live that. And during my mocks, I didn't know that Nihilego had a grass move. But when I checked it like just before we started the battle, I saw it got grass knot. And for some reason, I always thought it got Earth Power. So I thought Aegislash is an obvious switch in here. Because we were immune to poison, we resist rock, but it doesn't really matter because he'll be able to Earth Power the next turn, and that's going to do a shit ton of damage. So I decided to go to Seismitoad, and apparently when I double checked, it actually didn't get Earth Power. So this is gonna be a huge misplay on my part. I go for U-turn, go to Toad, Touch Butt James, and he reads that with a Grass Knot. Grass Knot was a really good move for him because what it does here is, or what it did was, it covered the 2 ground switch-ins. It did decent damage to the rest, and even then he could outspeed the next turn because Thorn is the only mon I have that can outspeed Nihilego. So I'm already behind at this point. I still don't know that what do you call this, Aegislash checks this. So I decided to send out Heracross and go max. Go for the max knuckle on his power gem. So we're at +2 attack now because of Moxie. Really good for us. We go Scizor here. And man, I totally forgot that Scizor got Dual Wing Beat this gen. So I just decided to go for max air to get some speed boost, which would help us in case, you know, one of his mons. Actually, I was really hoping to get 2 max air boost. Therefore, we could outspeed Blastoise after Smash Max. But unfortunately, it goes for the Dual Wing Beat that is Technician boosted, and that will OHKO our Maxmon. Wow. So I sent out Thorn here, our Striving Oliver. We're really in a bad position because it's already 4 versus 5, and we don't have a Maxmon anymore, and he has the most broken Maxmon in the format. I don't think there's anything better. Blastoise is the best Maxmon in the format. So I don't know what he's gonna do. Maybe he thinks I will go for a Grass Knot, predicting the Blastoise switch in. I don't really have a reason to. I just go for the Heat Wave here, and he doesn't switch. So good for us. We're able to tie the score 4 versus 4. We go for a U-turn, break the Sash or the Multiscale. He goes Dual Wing Beat on our AG, does nothing. We are Specs Aegislash here, so our Shadow Ball is gonna do a shit ton. Goes for Dragon Dance there. We go for Shadow Ball. Oh! We go for Quag here for the, what do you call this? Our Unaware. Our Quag is actually very speedef here because I wanted it to be able to take a max water from Blastoise. And it actually takes that, but probably not in rain. Like, we cannot stall it out if it's in rain. Dual Wing Beat still does a good chunk. We go for Ice Punch, get the kill. So it appears we're at an advantage now with 4v3, but dude, like I tell you, Blastoise can win. Blastoise can win 1-on-4 right now. It really comes down to that. Rillaboom comes out. He's probably gonna glide, but realistically, the safe play would be to just U-turn. In my case, I have to switch out because Quag is the only thing stopping Blastoise from sweeping us. I switch to Thorn, relatively safe. He goes U-turn, goes to Blastoise, doubles into Silvally. I go for the knockoff there. The reason I go for knockoff is to potentially take out its, I don't know, Life Orb or White Herb. Because if he doesn't have White Herb and we get a hit on it, he cannot OHKO Kyurem, and Kyurem can OHKO it back at -1 with like a Fusion Ball. So we go for a knockoff there. We do good damage. He's revealed to be Psychic. Well, actually, we already knew that. I go for U-turn, go to AG. He goes for a Parting Shot. Now, this is really bad for us. I was really contemplating this turn for a long time, seeing what the best thing to do. Because we still do good damage to it at -1 because we are Specs. But I was afraid it could attack this turn and not Smash Max. And if that's the case, it will outspeed. If I go to Quag and it doesn't Smash Max, we take the unnecessary damage. And if it like attacks the next turn, then we fall. So we're gonna have to, you know, gamble a switch there or something. But either way, and then he can just set up the Blastoise in a different turn. So I just want to punish him as much as possible. If he goes for an attack, then it's not gonna do much, and we get some good damage on it. He decides to Smash Max. So switching would have been the correct play there. But I stand by this decision. We do 42 or 41.7 to it. Good damage. And now the problem is he would be out of range for what do you call this? The attack from Kyurem because of the grassy terrain. So very good synergy on his part. Now since I am Specs, I cannot go defensive here. He's gonna go Max Geyser. We could have lived that if we were if we went to like shield form on a Protect or a King Shield. And this is the scary part. It took me a really long time to decide on this turn. I was thinking, I think I need to have Quag there because the worst case scenario is, depending on his investment, Kyurem can still win. As long as Kyurem takes out the Blastoise, the Torn can still beat the Silvally and the Rillaboom. So after a while I go Quag. Looking at the calc, I should fall here if he's like modest max attack under Rain. But I guess he's not, because the damage on the Shadow Ball revealed that he does have some HP investment, and you're gonna see later that he has a lot of speed investment as well. So if that's the case, you can't really have max special attack if that's the set. Honestly, you don't really need to, because it's already gonna do stupid damage, especially if he manages to get into Torrent range. Goes for Max Geyser, we live, and we go for Haze. That was an amazing play on my part. The Haze tech was there to really shut down the Blastoise, and it absolutely worked. Like, because we didn't know the set, right? For all we knew, the Max Geyser would do like, you know, 55% or something like that. So at the most, we would able to stall some turns of it, but we're eventually gonna fall. And we're still gonna be left with a Blastoise at +2. And Kyurem doesn't really appreciate that. So we were better off getting the Haze there, resetting the stats. And it should fall here, or it should be the last turn of the Max here. We lose Quag, that's fine. Totally agree with that. At this point, the game is pretty much winnable. He goes for Smash Max again. I go for DD. See, now the interesting part there is the Smash Max went first. Actually, if I went for the Volt Strike there, that would have KO'd him, because he would be at -1. But I didn't know that. I didn't want to go Volt Strike just to have him survive, and then he'll be at Torrent range, and then, you know, after like a water move, we may be in Grassy Glide range. Very scary for us. So not wanting that to happen, I just go DD here, guaranteeing we can live any attack, and we can go for the Fusion Bolt this turn. He goes for Flash Cannon. That does only 44. Dude. Even Black is so fat. Our Rambling Ricky. We have tons of Spidef investment here, so Rillaboom actually can KO us if it had like superpower. However, we do outspeed because of the +1. He can't be Scarf, even if his Scarf will still outspeed. And the Icicle Spear should just take it out. Goes for the Grassy Glide, that does nothing. We go 1, 2, 3. Holy shit, he survived. That's a shit ton of bulk investment. That's probably, I think when I checked it, he had to be max HP, max PDEF, or max def to survive 3 hits. And you know, had he have superpower, we would have fell there. But it's fine. Tornty could have still, you know, revenged that. We could just U-turn there and just kill the Silvally with 2 more U-turns. Unless it's like a rest toxic variant, which I doubt. But anyway, that's not the case. We go for Icicle Spear here, get the KO, get some more HP back, and there's nothing this boy can do to us. We go for 2 spears, and that's gonna be GG, it's dashing. So, an amazing performance from us. Definitely one of the tougher matchups we had to deal with. Allen is a new player in the league, so we weren't really sure how good he is, but turns out he's a damn good player. He got us at the ropes, or behind the ropes at the beginning, with a 4-5 advantage, with him still having the most broken Maxmon in the format. So yep, amazing performance from us. Next week, I'm gonna be facing Max Durant. Dude, my Max Durant last season had like the most kills of the season, so I'm basically, it's like I'm facing myself, right? Kevin versus Kevin's Durant, as they say. So gonna be hyped for that. If you like the content, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.